Ask yourself a question. What do I feel right now? You immediately begin to feel the energetic flow and support of that greater whole. This way, the accumulated unexpressed energy of action, the energy of activity is released. Take a deep diaphragmatic breath and exhale. You'll immediately notice that the level of stress decreases. Hello, my dear friends. Let's talk about how to quickly deal with anxiety and stress and even panic attacks, how to approach this state and help yourself through working with your body, your consciousness, and your energy. A characteristic feature of stress is that you freeze, as if your body is stuck in the decision-making process, fight or flight. And if stress becomes long-term, this phenomenon of inner freeze begins to affect all the organs in your body, especially your energy field. Naturally, at that moment, you may notice that your breathing slows down. So the first thing you can really do is, as we say, knock from below. You can take a deep diaphragmatic breath and exhale. At that moment, you consciously make yourself breathe, and by doing so, you automatically lower your level of tension and your level of stress. The second thing you can also do is to practice mindful breathing. Take several breaths and exhales, counting to 4. Inhale, hold your breath, count to 4, exhale, hold your breath again, and so on. So such rhythmic breathing will at least slightly shift your focus to observing your breath. It takes you out of the state of emotions and worries and brings you into the here and now. You'll immediately notice that the level of stress and anxiety decreases. After that, it becomes easier to look at the situation. Once again, here and now, plus breathing. Okay, let's move on. The next method for effectively calming stress and anxiety is grounding. When you become part of the earth, part of something greater than yourself, part of a vast system, you immediately begin to feel the energetic flow and support of that greater whole. And the simplest way to quickly feel this unity is through the earth. Mother Earth is always near. She gives us energy, nourishes our etheric body, gives us life. That's why a deep breath with the intention to receive the energy of the earth, followed by an exhale through the crown of your head, allows you to feel that invisible yet powerful support right here and right now. And this can truly help. Another great way to deal with stress is to firmly tense your fists, tense your body, tense your arms, and tense your legs. When we deliberately make our body tense, the built-up tension leaves through the work of the muscles. This way, the accumulated, unexpressed energy of action, the energy of activity, is naturally released. So when, in a moment of stress, you deliberately tense and then gently relax all your muscles, you immediately feel a deep relief. That built-up, unexpressed energy of aggression leaves the body. You've done something, and that already makes it easier. The next method is working with your thoughts. Anxiety is often fed by thoughts about the future or the past. So ask yourself a question that relates to the present. What do I feel right now? This question brings you back to the present moment, and those anxious thoughts about the future, about something unclear or uncertain, something that might happen, automatically stop, because you are once again centered in the here and now. Working with thoughts helps a lot in moments of stress and anxiety. Notice how your mind rushes into the future, carrying fears, worries, and concerns, or how it drags up experiences from the past that start to bother you again. Therefore, the best way to work with thoughts is to bring yourself back to the present moment. Focus on what you're feeling right now, what you're thinking right now, and where exactly your attention is directed. This brings you back into the here and now, and relieves that wave of anxiety created by thoughts about the future. Oh no, there are wild beasts ahead. Stop. In the present moment, there are no beasts. Nothing is threatening you, and in truth, everything is fine. This way you can realistically assess whether there's any real danger happening, or if there's actually no danger at all. Another very good method you can use is to write down your anxious thoughts and feelings. Take a piece of paper, take a pen, and simply write down everything that worries you. Write out all your concerns. You'll bring to the surface many layers of your subconscious and most likely get to the real cause of your anxiety and stress. You may even realize how irrational some of your worries are. But beyond that, it's a wonderful form of therapy to understand the reasons behind what repeatedly brings you into an anxious state. And here's another method. Always remember that any stress is usually unexpressed physical activity. So one of the ways to release your accumulated stress is to make yourself go for a walk. When we start doing something, even something simple like household chores, it already helps. Start doing what you can. Clean your closet, mop the floor, chop some wood, dance, do yoga, go for a run, hammer a nail. What happens? At that moment, when you engage in some physical activity, your body automatically begins to produce serotonin, the hormone that lowers anxiety. You begin to feel that you're doing something. Because the scariest thing during stress, anxiety, or a panic attack is the feeling that you can't change anything, that you're paralyzed and inactive. Here we're basically tricking the brain. We do something and it calms down. Yes, no, I'm not stuck, I'm acting. So during moments of stress, don't sit still, do something. That's how stress leaves the body. And finally, the very best way to deal with stress and anxiety is to study at the Omline Academy, to learn how to enter superconscious states, to master techniques for working with the emotional body, the subconscious, and the mental body. This way, you can protect yourself from anxiety by learning to control your energetic states. In addition, you'll gain knowledge that helps eliminate worries about the future events, allowing you to have a manageable future and a cleansed past. This helps remove internal blocks, resolve accumulated issues, and restore inner balance, which means feeling safe. That's why Omline is the best remedy for fear, stress, and anxiety. Don't stay alone with your anxiety. Be sure to reach out for help to a psychologist, a coach, or a consultant. It's always better when someone helps you understand the deeper causes of your anxiety, find individual solutions, and realize why your psyche and subconscious create these states.